Hello there. Welcome to Oladele Olunike video logs. And I am your regular host, the Quintessential Polymath. Oladele Olunike is my name. From our Communication Mastery series, this is the part 2 of the 3 C's of Communication Mastery. Quick reminders of part 1. We talked about the fact that communication has become the #1 and the most sought after skill in the world today, regardless of your vocation, regardless of your occupation, and regardless of your profession. The 3 C's of communication we also discussed were, or are rather, 1, your container, 2, your content, and 3, your concept. What are these 3 C's in detail? 1, your container. Your container is simply how you turn out, your outlook. One of my highly revered teachers, an inspirational speaker of note and an author of note, Dr. Mike Murdoch, it was who said, and I quote, "People will see who you are before they hear what you are." I took inspiration from that quote and I said, your presentation does not begin when you open your mouth before your audience, but when you appear before them. How you turn out has a great deal of impact on your presentation. It creates an impression about you for your audience, before your audience, for you before your audience, and you remember that popular saying, you don't have a second chance to create a first impression. So you want to take care of your outlook, because oftentimes how you turn out, your outlook is often used to determine your worth. This is very critical for you to master communication, because when you appear before your audience, whether you accept, agree or not, or you know it or not, they begin to size you up psychologically. They look at what you're wearing. Does it match the solution you promised to deliver? They look at you. Does it look the part or the whole of what he has promised or he says he has results in? So to master communication, take care of your outlook, what you wear, your container. Number 2C is your content. It's interesting to know that your container is not enough, because you're not just going to stand before your audience and be showing off what you're wearing, even though that is important. But you must up the ante of your mastery of communication by being informed about your presentation, about your subject. How much do you know about the subject you're speaking on? How vast are you on the subject? Maybe by personal experience, years of study, or personal research, or being mentored. How informed are you on your subject? Remember, what you know will make you grow. What you don't know will make you groan. The more you know on your subject, the more you will grow on the subject. So if you want to become a thought leader on a subject, if you want to become the go-to person on the subject, if you want to become an authority on the subject, keep learning about the subject. Information is power. Beyond that, applied information is what brings transformation. So, how much do you know? Do you compare notes with your colleagues in different parts of the world? Do you find out the best practices on the subject? Do you find out the current practice, strategies, systems on that subject? So, number 1, your container. Number 2, your content. Number 3, your concept. It's not enough to have the right container, to even have a rich, enriching information on your subject. But what concept do you apply? How do you deliver your presentation? Your concept talks about how to deliver it. One question that life will keep asking us at every junction of destiny is the question of how. Why? He that knows what gets the job. He that knows how becomes his boss. That's why they talk about technical know-how. not technical what, how. So it's important for you to have the right concept. How do you deliver your presentation? How do you say what you want to say? Because how you say what you want to say will determine whether you communicate or not. In the part 3 of this 3 C's of communication mastery, I'll be sharing in detail on how you say what you want to say. We'll be honing on the concept. So remember the 3 C's of communication mastery. Number 1, your container. Number 2, your content. Number 3, your concept. Till the part 3 of 3 C's of communication mastery, remember, one skill has become the most sought after skill in the world today, and that is the communication skill. Keep polishing up your communication skill.